hands down. He worked up in Mechanicsville, Hanover County. Every single day, he was out doing something for the Trump campaign. I've never seen so much energy from somebody before in my life working on the campaign trail. So kudos to Mike, and now Mike's working here with us. Corey Stewart.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pass the mic to Mike.
So I considered it an honor and a privilege to work so hard for Mr. Trump. And for me, it was a new experience, being new to politics. I was watching the TV, and I was noticing the issues and the problems that we're facing in our country. With immigration, $20 trillion in federal debt. Some of the social issues, some of the radical left policies, the biased, mainstream, liberal media is corrupting this country. And I realized that having an 8-year-old and a newborn, I wanted to do something to help this country. I wanted to do something. And so that's why I've decided to pledge 100% of my support for Corey Stewart, because when it comes to immigration, specifically illegal immigration, we want people to come into the country, but they have to come in legally. We need a strong leader who can stand up to protect our borders and work with the Trump administration to keep our country safe. When I went to people's homes, the number one thing that they were concerned about is jobs and the economy. And Prince William County is the third in the country in jobs and economic growth in this country. And so I'd like to thank Mr. Stewart for his awesome production in Prince William County. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So we want to bring jobs back to Virginia, right? We want to drain the swamp.
Yeah.
Who wants to help drain the swamp?
Yeah.
We want to take our country back, which we're already doing, and now we're going to take our state back. It's an honor and a privilege to introduce Corey Stewart, the next governor of Virginia.
Yeah.
I like that. All right, who's ready to start a revolution? Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but every morning, sometime around 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, somewhere in mid-morning, I pinch myself and I wake up and I realize we finally have a real president of the United States.
Yeah.
So, there we were on January 20th, and I was on top of the CNN building with all these loser liberals. We're doing these interviews and so forth, and you can't make this stuff up. This is really bad. I mean, MSNBC, CNN, and then they were interviewing me. They had me on every once in a while, stuff like that. Just, I guess, the token conservative, whatever it was. Anyway, so now you guys, I know you know who this is. He's a real loser. And when I say the name, you can respond by booing. Don Lemon. Boo! All right, this guy is the worst of the worst. I've never seen a journalist like this in my life. Anyway, there he is. Here's the parade route. Down comes President Trump and his family and the whole entourage. And as he's coming down Pennsylvania Avenue, and it's right below the building, and Don says, "Hey, look, they're booing for Donald Trump." And I'm not kidding. Hey, look, they're booing for Donald Trump. And a woman reporter from CNN says, "No, Don, I think they just introduced Nancy Pelosi." This is true. It's true. It's actually on tape. You can look at that. They probably erased it by now, but it was really funny. But anyway, before I begin, I want to introduce my wife of 22 years. And by the way, she's an immigrant, and now she's a U.S. citizen, and she did it legally.
Yeah.
We met in Japan. I was teaching English. Maria was looking for a good, hard-working, good-looking American guy. Yeah, what you got me, right? But anyway, we have two boys. They're 15 and they're 17 years old, and I'm pretty sure they're conservatives. I know they're conservatives because they absolutely love Donald Trump, and we've had a lot of good conversations at the table over the years. Now, this morning, who was at the breakfast this morning, the Henrico County GOP breakfast? A lot of great conservatives there, a lot of great conservatives. Now, not everybody is as conservative as we are, right? And we still have a lot of establishment people who haven't yet gotten the word, that everything is different from here on forward. No more are conservatives going to cower down. We're not going to do it anymore. We're not going to do it. We're going to stand up for our conservative values. We're going to stand up against political correctness. Political correctness is probably the best thing that President Trump has been able to do, was to blow it up. Because it is stifling the freedom of speech in this country. And it prevents us from saying the truth. It prevents us from putting forth good conservative solutions. As governor of this state, you are going to find an unabashedly conservative who's going to put forth and fight like hell to put good conservative solutions into play in the Commonwealth of Virginia.
Yeah.
I'm a fighter. Some of you know this. And I get myself in trouble sometimes. 10 years ago, we put into place in Rickmond County the toughest crackdown on illegal immigration anywhere in the United States. Anywhere. Now, so far, we have apprehended 7,500 criminal illegal aliens. We've handed them over to the federal government for deportation, 7,500 of them. And I'm going to say what I said this morning, and it got me in trouble a couple weeks ago when I said it in public to the Washington Post. The Bush administration and the Obama administration received these criminals. And we know that they released a lot of these guys. They're not good guys. Every single one has been arrested for a crime against a law-abiding Virginia citizen. And when I'm governor, and even before this, we are going to hunt down criminals, and not only are we going to remove them from our communities, we're going to deport them not only from the Commonwealth of Virginia, but from the United States, and we're going to keep our citizens safe.
Yeah.
Taxes. You know something? A lot of politicians talk, a lot of hot air. Others talk, I deliver. When I first became chairman of the Board of Supervisors, I had a lot of fights ahead of me. I knew, look, it's a blue county, and I'm elected countywide. There's 450,000 residents in Prince William County. This is Northern Virginia. It's a 60-40 Obama district. It's a blue county. I've won it 4 times. 4 times. It's not an easy place to win. The first time I got control of the budget as chairman at large, we brought down taxes by an average of $400 per household. $400. It was the biggest tax cut in Prince William County history. Now, what followed, now those of us who are conservatives and know instinctually that when you reduce taxes, that means that all of you, as private business owners, as private citizens, you've got more money in your pocket. And with it, you invest in your businesses, you invest in your families, and everything goes well after that. So it's not a coincidence that Prince William County, soon after cutting its tax bills, that economic growth has come to the county, and we are now #1 in job growth in Virginia and #3 in the United States of America. debate in front of the with some of my fellow Republican candidates for governor, and also Ralph Northam, the lieutenant governor, in front of the Asian American Chamber of Commerce. Now, my number one opponent, he gets up in front of the Asian American Chamber of Commerce, says all these politically correct things, doesn't touch any conservative issue, nothing. He won't even go close to it. He wants giving you the same platitudes, the same things that establishment Republicans have been saying for years. It's all garbage, and everybody knows it. We got to talk straight. And so, here's the thing. Ralph Northam gets up in front of that crowd, and I could not believe he was this stupid. Really. I cannot believe the guy's a physician, because that guy is dumb. This guy actually said this. Think about this for a minute. He said that North Carolina was losing jobs because they adopted HB2. That's the legislation that prohibits men, transgender men, from going into women's restrooms. He said that North Carolina is losing jobs because they passed HB2. How stupid is that? Because the numbers simply don't add up. Do you know that since 2010, Virginia's created a paltry 340,000 jobs? North Carolina, by contrast, has created 500,000 jobs since 2010. And you know how they've done that? They haven't done that through political correctness, folks. They did this, they haven't done that by doing what McGoffel does, by going around the world in these Fruit Loop trips, all around the world and trying to cherry pick businesses. That's not how it works. Businesses create business. And 80% of jobs are created by small businesses, not just, and these aren't bad jobs, these are good jobs. Most of the jobs created in Virginia and elsewhere are by small businesses. And what you need as a small business owner are what? You need streamlined, common sense, reasonable regulations. You need adequate public infrastructure, but most importantly, you need low taxes. And what North Carolina did since 2010, they brought the top marginal income tax rate down, because most small businesses pay their taxes at which rate? The personal income tax rate. The top marginal income tax rate in North Carolina in 2010 was 7.75%. Do you know what it is today as of January 1st? 5.49%. They have dropped their personal income tax from 7.75 to 5.49. Virginia is stuck at 5.75. We've been sitting here fat and complacent while we're bleeding tens of thousands of manufacturing jobs and other jobs to North Carolina and other states, simply because we don't have the political will in Richmond, not this area, we're talking about the Capitol. We don't have the political will at the Capitol in the General Assembly to do what we have to do to grow jobs, and that is to cut income taxes. And under a Stewart administration, the very first thing we're going to do is start slashing spending, and we're going to start lowering the top marginal income tax bill rate in Virginia until we're the lowest in the region, and eventually we are going to phase out the income tax in Virginia, just as other states have done.
Yeah!
I don't want to bore you with all that stuff. I am going to hang around and answer any questions that you have, but I want to let you know something. I'm a fighter. I know how to win. I've won 4 county-wide elections with 450,000 people in my district in Northern Virginia. I'm the only guy who's proven that he can win. My opponent says, well, I came close. Well, big deal. Where I come from, when you come close, it's another word for losing. He couldn't even win in 2014. 2014 was the biggest Republican tide year in 20 years. We won states. Illinois. We won in Maryland. We won in Massachusetts in 2014. and we came close in Virginia. Pathetic. Pathetic. If you think that you're going to win in 2017, which is promising to be a more competitive year than 2014, and you couldn't win in 2014, you're delusional. Folks, you're going to need a fighter, you're going to need somebody with a proven winning record, and that's what I've got. So, we took back our country in 2016, but that was just a battle. It was just a battle. And everyone knows. Any veterans here? Thank you, gentlemen, ladies, for your service. Every veteran knows you can lose a battle and you can win a war, but you can also win a battle and you can lose a war. And 2017 is the next big battle. All eyes in the country are on Virginia. Are we going to nominate the quintessential establishment candidate like the Democrats did for president in 2016, or are we going to nominate the anti-establishment guy who's gutsy, who's going to take it to the liberals and get conservative things done? Are we going to nominate a conservative anti-establishment person, or are we going to nominate an establishment guy? What are we going to do?
Anti-establishment.
And when we do that, because we won back the country in 2016, and in 2017, we take Virginia back. Thanks a lot, everybody.
Yeah!